What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. Thursday night football talk with Jay and Five Star, man. We got a really good game tonight as well. Broncos versus the Chargers as well, man. We're gonna have you guys a free pick on this one. We'll talk about some other plays as well for the week. What's this week 16 NFL card, and also got a nice little college football look for you guys as well, man. What's up, Five Star? How you doing, bro? Everything cool?
Man, good morning. Happy holidays to everyone in the chat. Happy holidays to you and your family, man. We're getting close to Christmas, man. It's a great time. Guys like us are spending a lot of money, so we got to go make some money in the books. I know everybody in the chat feels the same way, so let's go get this money. So us versus the machine.
Facts. No, that's a fact there, man. Let's try to get straight to it, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat as well. Hope everybody doing well, man. Living healthy, all that good stuff, man. Hope y'all taking care of your fam. You know what I'm saying? Christmas presents, all that good stuff. But let's try to put some money in our pocket in this one, man, so we can get the presents for the kids and stuff, man. Let's go over here to LA in this one. Chargers laying 3 versus the Broncos, man. The Broncos, this team is resilient. This team is persistent. They never give up. They were down by the Colts, man, and just I think they rattled off like 24 unanswered points, just went up there and smacked them, man. Now this is a huge division game as well. Both teams been playing well here. 5-star Chargers at the house don't really have a real home field advantage in this one. Do you think the Broncos defense shows up in this game? What do you think about this game?
This is going to be a really good game, man. Broncos, as you said, have been really resilient. They're really ahead of schedule. They shouldn't be this good yet, but Sean Payton is a hell of a coach, and Bo Nix is blessed to end up landing over there with him where he can get the best type of knowledge on playing the position. As we know, Sean Payton helped Drew Brees have a Hall of Fame career and owns about every record in passing in the NFL. Broncos, man, also have been really good against the spread. They're 11-3 against the spread. That has to be the best record.
Yeah, it's the best.
I'm sure.
It's the best.
Chargers not far behind, though. 9-5 against the spread is a very reasonable and a really good job as well. Big game for both teams. Denver can clinch a playoff spot if a few scenarios happen in their favor. Chargers need to win this desperately right here, man, to stay in the wild card race. They've now lost consecutive games, 3 of the last 4, so they're going to have to step it up, man. They allowed Baker Mayfield and the Bucs to really go ham on them last week. They dropped 40 on them, and this is supposed to be the strength of their team is their defense and especially their pass defense. So that was unexpected. I think they bounced back this week. I do like Harbaugh off of these type of situations. I think he's the type of coach that's going to have those guys loose and ready to play, and also come inside with a really good game plan. As you notice, the Chargers really start games fast. They average about 13 points in the first half. The Broncos, we're dealing with a rookie quarterback. Hopefully we get a little pressure early, but I'm leaning the Chargers, man, on the first half. That's going to be my play. I like the Chargers first half money line. I believe it's minus 135 now. That's what I saw. But the Chargers have been getting off to some good leads early. As you saw, they scored their whole 17 points last week against the Bucs in the first half. And also Herbert, let's catch him while he's fresh off that Toradol shot, while he still got his juice, because when it wears out a little bit after halftime, they're going to slow down, man, and the Broncos are going to make their move. So we'll go with the Chargers first half to get out early in this one. As you said, not a big home field advantage at all. It'll probably be orange all over that stadium.
Yeah, no, that's a good point there. Like I said, I mean, the Broncos have been playing well. They did start off last game really slow as well, man. If Anthony Richardson was actually a good passer, the Colts and what was the guy name? What was the running back name that dropped the ball before the
Jonathan Taylor?
Jonathan Taylor, yeah.
I don't really even think he dropped it out, but man, I hate that they did that, man. I really hate that they ruled against him on that, man, because they clowning him for that, man. And I think he kind of got in. I think he got a little excited, but I do think he scored. What about you? Did you think he got over the goal line?
I think he dropped it, bro. I never understand when they do that. If it's me, I'm holding the ball with 2 hands, and then like the whole, I'm talking about to the end zone. Like you could throw that motherfucker in the crowd if you want to. After that, you can do whatever you want with the ball, spike it. But I'm talking about I'm holding it with 2 hands, I'm reaching across that motherfucker. And then after
that either, Jay. That makes no sense to me. You so quick.
It happened in another game. It happened in another game, didn't it? I don't know if it was NFL or college, but somebody else did the same shit. But they actually like fumbled that thing like you.
You'll be surprised how many times that has occurred, Jay. It's happened a lot. College football a lot too.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
I don't know. I guess they'd be so excited to score, but Jonathan Taylor scored 1 million touchdowns in his life. I don't know why he did that.
Yeah, he's a veteran guy. That's the reason
Yeah.
why. But mainly Anthony Richardson, if he was a good passer, like the Broncos actually didn't play a good game, the coach just asked. You see what I'm saying? So
Super ass.
we'll see if Bo Nix and the guys can look good here. I mean, like it's not really on the road, but we'll see if they can look good versus a Chargers defense that's been playing really well this year. I like that first half play by you, my guy. We'll have to ride with you on that one. Chargers in the first half, and like you said, it's a bounce back spot for him as well after coming off a tough game. Man, let's go over here to the streets of Kansas City in this one, to the fields of Kansas City here. Chiefs land with 3.5 points at the crib versus the. This is a Saturday game as well, a little primetime Saturday game here, man. Chiefs land 3.5. This line went all over the place, right? Because it seemed like Mahomes maybe wasn't going to play. I think the Texans went to the favorite. Now the Chiefs then went to -3.5 in this one. What do you think happens in this game? Are the Texans up for the task in this one, my guy?
The Texans are quietly flying under the radar because they are not playing the same way that they played last year. You know, I'm a big Houston guy, you know, that's home for me, and I watch every game with the Texans play. People were used to the fireworks last year. You know, CJ Stroud was able to score a lot of points last year. The offense looked real explosive with Tank Dell and Nico Collins, and this year not so much. But it's because of offensive line play, man. They've had a lot of problems with the interior, but their offensive coordinator, Bobby Slowick, instead of protecting his offensive line by saying, I'm going to throw the ball, he's decided to run the ball. I mean, we know Joe Mixon is having a good year, but I still feel like he does not put C.J. Stroud in the shotgun enough, spread out the field enough, and allow him to play 7-on-7. I think if he did that, they would get a lot better results. But even with that said, the thing that makes the Texans go is their defense. We forget that DeMeco Ryans is a defensive coordinator. That's his side of the ball. He was a all-pro linebacker for the Texans for many years, went to San Francisco and was a really good coordinator over there for them before accepting the job back to the team that drafted him. DeMeco is lights out, man, with the X and O's of calling defense. Now he has almost his full cupboard. The only thing he's missing now is Jimmy Ward and, of course, Al Assis, who's on Al Shahir, that's on suspension for the hit against Trevor Lawrence. Besides that, he has all his pieces again now. And that's why you're seeing how good the Texans defense has been looking. And that's the thing that I think the books see as well. This game opened up. Now, we know that home field advantage is 3 points.
Yeah.
Arrowhead Stadium is the biggest home field advantage in NFL, I'd say. I really think that, as we've seen with the history that Mahomes has there, how many playoff wins they have there. They only are giving up 3 points to the Texans. So that's saying on a neutral field that the Texans match up pretty good against this team. And what it is that the offensive line for Kansas City, even though they didn't give up any sacks last week, they really have been struggling to protect Mahomes, Jay. He's been sacked at least 3 times in the last 3 games, and you got Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter, probably the best defensive end duo in the whole league. They're probably the only duo with double-digit sacks. I don't know if that's actual fact, but I'm pretty sure that they are. But they lead the league in quarterback hits. They're top 4 in sacks, and then you have Mahomes with this ankle, you know. And another thing, the defensive backs for the Texans are the best in the league. They lock down receivers. Quarterbacks have their lowest QBR in the league playing against the Texans defensive backs. Okay. They're really good at these young kids, Kalen Bullock, Derek Stingley, Kasim Lassiter. These kids don't care. They come to ball, man, and they're doing a really good job. And I think that the line is inflated. As you said, when Mahomes was hurt, they never released that he wasn't playing. So why was the Texas favored? They never said one time that Mahomes was not playing. Yeah. And there's a lot of people that took the Texas money line when that one first came out. I know I got a ticket why I took them, but now I've came back and I took the plus 3.5. Yeah. I got the Chiefs at plus 2.5. So I'm in a good spot. I got 3 different tickets. I got the Chiefs plus 2.5. I got the Texas money line, and I have the Texas plus 3.5. But I think the 3.5 is the balloon number. I think that the Texans definitely keep this game within 3 points. The Texans D has held opponents under 21 points 3 of their last games. As I said, they're really healthy. KC hasn't scored 22 points in the last 5 games. You know, like they're not playing really good on offense right now. I'm sure that we're going to see some things that Their super smart coach, Andy Reid, adds into that offense for the playoffs to get the job done. But right now, this regular season matchup, I don't think that they have their full arsenal, especially with Mahomes with that ankle problem. We've seen over the years that's his problem always. That's his weakness, is his ankle. So we know he's a magic man, and he'll probably still figure out a way to win. But I think this game comes down to field goals. I don't think it's going to be a lot of points scored in this one. Give me the Texans plus 3.5.
Yeah, we could see that old Mahomes magic there, man. When they win by 3 points, everybody win. The books win, the Chiefs win, and we win if we take in Texans plus 3.5 as well, man. So definitely a really good spot here. I mean, and like you said, I mean, if the Texans are playing defense, like you can always win with offense, but when your defense is locked down, that's how you start to win playoff games. That's how you start to beat some of the top dogs, man. So wasn't D'Amico Ryan? He came from the 49ers, right?
Yeah, he was the DC with the 49ers. And
did they lose to the Chiefs?
His playing career was with the Texans.
Okay. Wasn't he the defensive coordinator with the Niners when they lost the Super Bowl versus the Chiefs?
No. He had already left that year, I believe. Well, yes, he was. Maybe he was.
They played him twice, right?
He's been the coach now with the Texans for 2 seasons. So you might be right. I know that one year I thought that that's why they fired the guy from Carolina who should have kept his job at Carolina. Remember the older black gentleman? I can't think of his name right now. He was the head coach of Carolina, got them playing well. If somebody in the chat remembers the guy I'm talking about, please put it up. He's the head coach of Carolina, good coach. Coaches over there takes D'Amico's job after D'Amico goes to the Texans. I believe that D'Amico was there the year prior to that when they lost in the NFC Championship game to the Eagles. I think that year he was there. Remember when they lost at the Eagles?
Yeah.
I think that's the game he was the coordinator still, if I'm not mistaken. But
I still think it's a good spot.
Yeah, it's a great spot right there for us, as you said, Jay. And I expect this to be a really competitive game. The one thing I do like about Slowick is even though the offense makes me sick and they have CJ on the center too much, it's perfect for December football and perfect for playoff football. So he's playing towards the defense, and I give him his credit on that. They're protecting the ball.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. It's a little Saturday primetime game as well, man. So definitely.
Hey, no college football too, Jay. What's up with that?
Yeah, it's college games on that Saturday? What's it?
The first college football playoffs in the NFL
on Saturday.
Shit on them. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Shit on them and the NBA.
They could have did it Friday or something, bro. They could have made the games on Friday.
They want Christmas. They want college football playoffs. There's only one college football playoff game on Friday. That's Indiana and Notre Dame, and I'll break that down on my show tomorrow. But the Saturday, the first full slate, man, the NFL shitted on them. 2 really good games they put on at the same time as college football, and they did the same thing to the NBA for Christmas.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't care about them doing it over the NBA. I don't care about this shit because I actually want less people betting on the NBA anyway. Go bet them football games. I don't even be worried about the NBA games.
That's why I can't release these college plays, man. I can't.
I feel you.
Yeah, they gonna swing the money. We need that. We making these bets real.
Yeah, we need that money in our favor. You see what I'm saying? Let's hope that the money. This one thing I figured out: when all the money on the Chiefs, they almost never cover, man. So let's see what happened with that one. Let's hope a whole lot of people come in on the Chiefs on that one on Saturday.
And they covered last week. That's a good thing we got going too.
Facts. Yeah. A lot of people was taking what they played the Browns, right? A lot of sharp guys were taking Browns. Yeah, Chiefs cover it now. And so hopefully they get back with working with the books in this one, man, and win this one by 3 or something. Let's get over here to another good game, man. Division rival, always a good game when the Ravens and the Steelers match up, man. What we doing in this game, my brother?
Man, the Steelers and Mike Tomlin own the Ravens. They 1-8 against Mike Tomlin in the last 9 matchups, but the Steelers are banged up. George Pickens' hamstring has held him out of practice again this week, man, and it's trending toward him not playing. If he's not going to play, then the Steelers are in trouble because we've seen that him and Russell Wilson have a great connection, and they brought some pop to that offense that we haven't seen in years with the Steelers. Najee Harris, man, he just isn't an explosive running back. I don't think they get the ball to Jalen Warren enough, and I just never been a fan of Arthur Smith either, who's the OC for Pittsburgh. He didn't call good plays in Atlanta. I don't even know why they hired him. So, I don't like his playbook at all. I think that the Ravens, this is another one we're going to chop it in half just because the Steelers really play good at the game. continues. They're good at making adjustments, and they always fight to the end. So with that said, I think the Ravens come out pumped up. They're tired of hearing all of the stuff about how the Steelers are, own them and that Lamar has no chance against them. Whatever blueprint that Tomlin drew for Lamar, it gives Lamar hell, and he can't do anything with it. But I think that he's able to at least get a couple field goals early in this one to get us that first half. But the way that Tucker's been kicking, it's hard to bet on him now, right? He's a complete worker right now. So be careful on that part, man. But I do lean first half on this one, just only first half Ravens on this one. If you can get a 3, which I caught when the number first came out, then take it. I think it's up to 3.5 in most shops. 3.5 is still a good number. Some books that allow you to buy the hook on the first half, like Caesars, they allow you to change the number. You can get a -3 and probably play like -140 or something like that. I think it's worth it because it might push at the 3. This is always a battle. But I just like that offense of Baltimore more. And I know you got the Josh Allen ticket, so the media is working for you. But actually, in numbers, Lamar's having the best season in football. He's the best.
Got Derrick Henry too, though, bro. He also Derrick Henry was going crazy for a while. That was the only thing.
Yeah.
Like I know Lamar going crazy, but he already got 2 MVPs, right? Didn't he already have 2? So he already got 2. Then you got Derrick Henry that's been helping you out a lot as well. Allen deserved it, man. He doesn't have one. With him winning like this with that Bills team that doesn't really have like big name guys. Come on, bro. Allen.
But they pumping up his numbers, Jay. He got 25 touchdown passes, so that ain't a lot of touchdown passes when you got Lamar with 36, So
well, he doing the rushing too, though.
Yeah, but Lamar got more rushing yards than him too. The only thing that Josh got on him was touchdowns, rushing touchdowns. Every statistic.
Josh Allen don't have a Derrick Henry though, bro.
Yeah, he got a young good running back that's more versatile. Yeah, we know that, But I know what you're saying. You're playing and betting off the narrative. That's why I said on the show, I want you and Ski to win that bet because Josh Allen, the media love him, and that's all that matters. Because the media is who chooses the MVP award, But it's in stats to me, I feel like Lamar's the MVP. Just by stats. But as you said, they're tired of him. They're not going to keep
bro. Jokic stats go crazy in NBA. You can't keep giving these motherfuckers the MVP every year, bro. You can't do it.
Every year. He got like
if Jokic get
MVPs than
I'm going to say this again.
Like Magic and shit.
I'm going to say this again. If Jokic win MVP again this year, y'all will not see me talking NBA no more. I mean that shit.
You through.
I'm through. If they give Jokic MVP once again, with this sorry ass Nuggets team they got this year, I'm done. And so we'll see what happens.
Laying it down.
We'll see what happens, man. But they got to stop this shit, man. This shit, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. They got to stop all this.
You think they give it to SGA?
SGA deserve it. He's never had one. Tatum, if they continue, if the Celtics have the best record and Tatum keep doing what he's doing, I believe he won the top 3 in 3-point percentage. He averaging the most points per game. They gotta start spreading the love, man. Give it to somebody that hadn't got it before. See what I'm saying? Giving some of these motherfuckers.
That's why they love coming over here messing with us, Jack, because we outside the loop of the system. That's why we always say it's us against the bookies, it's us versus the machine, because the machine is the bookies. That's what y'all don't understand. It's all the same now. It's these corporate entities and these media guys who in here writing their opinions instead of writing data. We deal with data on our shows, and that's why you guys come deal with us. We only deal with facts. We're not dealing with all that. Well, this is my boy, and I don't like him, so let's say, we ain't doing none of that, man.
Give it to somebody, bro. Somebody spread the love, bro. Y'all can't keep giving it to these guys that, like, come on, bro. I know the numbers say it, but numbers ain't always a thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to look at the whole team and their success. You see what I'm saying? So, and the Celtics guys,
numbers how they choose. They'll say the numbers don't matter about somebody like Brady and say, it's about winning. Then they'll look at Mahomes and say, everyone's helping him, man. He's not doing anything. Look at his numbers. Like, it's just, how they do it.
It's all a narrative, man. But I would probably bet Tatum to get it this year. That's what I would bet, man. But
I like that.
Giannis doing this thing too. I think the Celtics would need to finish with the best record and Tatum keep this going. And you always worry about injuries too, because with MVP, if he missed more than 17 games, like if you get injured, you out. You got to play at least 67 games, if I'm not mistaken. It's like 67 games, 65 games or something. So if you don't play more than that, you automatically out anyway, man. So let's get back to this football.
Angle before we get back to the football. Let's go mess you up. the Olympics and how they did Tatum. So
Yeah.
maybe he does get
And
the
that's
MVP.
pissing him off even more.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
That's what has him. He went in there and
yeah,
fixed his shot. That has him really gunning for MVP as well, Five Star. That's a
yeah.
good point right there. I forgot to say that. Let's go over here to Washington in this one, man. DC Commanders getting 3 at the house versus the Eagles. Eagles been playing some really good ball, man. They've been playing well, and the Commanders have kind of cooled off here. Five Star. What do you think about this game?
NFC Championship game, if everything sets up the way that I think it probably be Philadelphia hosting the Green Bay Packers. So keep that in mind. The Eagles have already clinched a playoff berth, man. They're already there. They're going for their 11th straight win. This team has been playing outstanding, man. They got a really good offense and a really good defense, just a sound team all the way around. I don't really care for their head coach, Sirianni, and he kind of a frat boy, but the maturity of Jalen Hurts makes up for all that, so it kind of evens out because you get the rah-rah from Sirianni and you got the steadiness coming from Jalen Hurts. They lead the Commanders by 3 games. They can clinch, actually, the NFC East this Sunday with a win. They're right on the heels of the Detroit Lions, man. As you know, they lost to Buffalo last week and they keep getting injured. The Eagles can get the #1 seed still, man. And I think that they're aiming for that. They want everything to come through Lincoln Field. We've seen them get to the Super Bowl that way a couple years ago. Now, on the other side, Commanders ahead of schedule, man. They're just like, we were just speaking about the Broncos. They're young. My guy is about to cash me at plus 500 offensive rookie of the year. I don't see Jane Daniels losing that one. I got a nice amount on that one, so I'm looking to cash that one. He's done a great job, but we've seen them face the Eagles before, and Washington made a late push in that game, but come on, let's be for real. They can't mess with the Eagles, man. The Eagles different right now. The Eagles are on a mission. It all changed when the defense of Vic Fangio started taking form. He needed to get in and see what he had. One of the most brilliant. He used to coach out there in Denver. He was the head coach. But he's better as a coordinator, man. Vic Fangio has these guys balling out of control. Philly's defense is first in yards allowed, limit opponents to the least yards per play in the NFL, and also least passing yards per game. So they're not just locking down the run, they're locking down the pass game as well. You know that they can get pressure with that good front four that they have. On the other side of the ball, even though I like Washington, I like the young kids and the fight that they have problems stopping the run, man. 25th ranked in rushing yards allowed, 28th ranked in yards allowed per carry. They're allowing 4.8 yards per attempt to runners, and that's bad news when you look at the Eagles with Saquon Barkley leading the league in total rush yards, and then the Eagles average the most yards per rushing attempt in the league. They're at 5.1, man. I don't think that the Commanders will be able to get the Eagles off the field. So on this one, we're going to take the Eagles twice. We're going to take them first half at -2.5, and then we're also going to take them for the game at -3. They're 3.5. You guys buy that hook, it's worth it. It's only going to be 20 cents or something like that. You probably pay -130, -120, just in case they get janky at the end. I actually think that the Eagles run away with this game, but just to protect ourselves, we always want to get a prime number, man. We don't want to get beat by the hook. So let's go with Eagles first half -2.5, Eagles for the game -3.
I like it, man. I like it. And it does just seem like the Eagles are just on another, even though the Commander has been playing really well in the head of schedule, it does seem like the Eagles with their big 3. I mean, the Hurts show he can pass. AJ Brown, you know what I'm saying? He got a touchdown as well. So that with that big 3, I mean, it's one of the best big 3s in the NFL, man. Hurts, Saquon, and AJ Brown there. So when they're all clicking, the Eagles are on like just another level than the Commanders. It's going to take the Commanders a couple more years to get to where the Eagles are as well, man. So definitely can't talk you off that. And like what you said there about them key numbers, man. Football, you getting hit by that hook. It's kind of rather just go and pay that juice, man. You won't notice it unless you didn't took the L. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're not trying to do that anyway. But if they land on 3, you'll be like, damn, I'm glad that I bought that half point.
It's like life insurance, Jay. We ain't trying to die tomorrow, but if you're a really wise man and love your family, we're gonna get it. It's a difficult conversation, but you gotta get it. Now, all the people in the chat, you guys remember that, man. If you don't have it, man, I don't care what your age, get life insurance, man, to cover to make sure that if something happens to you, that your kids okay and your family okay and they're not in a bad situation, man, because a lot of people have dealt with that. But that's kind of like what I say about that juice, man. It's worth it, man. It's insurance.
That's a fact. And I like to be insured. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But that's it for the NFL. Let's talk about a college pick, man. Let's talk about a college play here. You like in the spot in the SMU and Penn State game?
Bro, I got to roll with Penn State on this from the later points. I hate to go against your boys. You're part of the world. I know you're a Dallas
Yeah,
guy.
they're
I
not
was
my
hoping you
boys.
follow SMU. I know you follow the money. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
they're not
But
my boys.
I really like SMU, man. I like that team, man. But what I
Yeah,
noticed against Clemson was how they looked so small and overmatched physically against Clemson. So how you think they're gonna look against Penn State, bro? Like
facts.
Penn State, one of the real beastie teams in the league. They like boys like manpower and having athletes and guys on the line. They're probably top 4, right up there with Oregon and Texas. It's like Oregon, Texas, Ohio State, Penn State. They all
Yeah,
had them dudes, man. So I can't see SMU having a lot of success blocking them. I think that they're going to be all in the backfield on Kevin Jennings, man, in this game. I know SMU has heart, and they're going to probably keep shooting. They're probably going to keep shooting, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get off the field when you're dealing with a Penn State team that runs the ball so good, has 2 really good running backs, man. And the thing about Penn State is on defense, man, they're not allowing anything. They're top 10 in rush yards, yards per play, top 10 in yards. Also, they're really good against the pass as well, 18th ranked against that. And then you got an SMU team that defensively, man, I don't know how they slow down Penn State's running backs, man. Even though they played some lighter competition, I don't think that these guys have played the type of dudes that Penn State has, man. Like that ACC is just different, bro, than the Big Ten and the SEC. And I think that we're going to see that on this stage. I think that Happy Valley is a really tough place to go play at. And I don't think SMU is seeing anything like they're about
yeah,
to face in these college football playoffs. But I think it will prepare them so that Brett Lashley knows what they need to change and what else they need to do to get ready to play on that level. Because they'll be back because they got Kevin Jennings, and he's a young boy. He's only a sophomore. And
yeah.
he's only going to get better. They're going to have to put a little bit more weight on him because he's really small. And I think that's going to be the problem. I just don't think that physically SMU can match Penn State. So give me Penn State to wear them down and -8.5. I think James Franklin puts on a little, warning to the whole college football playoffs. I actually got a ticket on Penn State plus 600 to win the college football playoffs. I don't even think they're that good. I can't stand James Franklin, but for some reason, the way that the playoff bracket landed for them, they got the
Yeah.
easiest road. So I'm going to try to take advantage of that, and then we'll fade them in the championship game and hedge the other side. But let's go with Penn State -8.5 on this one.
Yeah, it sounds like a boys versus men spot, and we know in football the game is won in the trenches. If SMU can't block them, it's done. And also on the other end as well, if they can't get to the quarterback or if the offensive line is just manhandling them on the other, they'll be able to run the ball down their throat all day. So that's a good look there. That's one thing I had to learn about football. It's won in the trenches. Nobody looks at the defensive line or the offensive line, public bettors, but that's really how the game is won, man. Because if the quarterback don't have time to throw, no matter how good your quarterback is, if they, you know what I'm saying, if the line is just smoking them every time, man. But no, some great points there, man. Let's get out of here. Let's recap them. Let's recap the looks. My guy 5-star coming through with us with 3 NFL games he liking, 4 NFL games, including one tonight, both of them for Saturday and a Sunday game as well, man. If y'all appreciate the show, appreciate the free info, man, y'all hit the like button one time, and gave us a college football play as well. 5-star recapping what your plays, my brother.
Okay, so tonight on Thursday Night Football, we're going with the Chargers first half. We think that Harbaugh has them ready to play early in a revenge spot, strictly because they didn't look good at all. They got embarrassed at home last week. Then we're going to go to Saturday, and we're going to roll with the Texans plus 3.5. I think that the Texans, the books know that they're a good team and that they're hoping that the public does it. Then we're going to go with the Steelers and Ravens also on Saturday. Ravens first half, we know that the Steelers have had their way with the Ravens, but we think the Ravens offense is too potent this year, and that the Steelers offense, doesn't have enough pop with George Pickens out. And then we're going to roll with the Eagles twice. Let's go Eagles first half -2.5. Eagles for the game by the hook, so you're getting -3 against the Washington Commanders. The Eagles are the best team in football right now, in my opinion. And then Penn State -8.5 versus SMU. I just don't think that they can hold up in the trenches with the type of power that the Nittany Lions have.
Yeah, no, that's some good looks there, man. All of them make sense as well. He broke them down. He gave you the numbers, gave you the info, man. We appreciate you for coming on every single Thursday, my guy. Make sure y'all go and follow him on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, man. At 5 Star in Vegas. He has a show as well that he does Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays called The Wager World. That's on YouTube as well, man. Go check that out. Really good show, man. Really nice info as well. Y'all know how it is. It's us against the bookies, man. We're trying to get this cash every single time. You see what I'm saying? We're trying to smack these motherfucking bookies up, man. So if y'all can't hit the like button, go follow him on Twitter, man. Check out his show on YouTube as well, and let's get this cash, man. We hope everybody has a great day. Health as well, like my guy say, go get the go get that life insurance, all that type of shit, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. We out, my guys. Let's get this cash, baby.